What's up, sports fans? What's up, world? You are now tuned into the world's greatest MC Ron and his co-host
Zen on Ken.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. We are the sports podcast that always keeps it real about sports talk. Sorry, we're a little bit late with the podcast, but life happens, so we're recording this podcast on Friday, October 18th at approximately 7:36 p.m. Usually, we record like on Tuesdays, maybe even on Wednesdays, but this is really late to record the podcast. But it's better late than never, and then not at all. But MC Ron has one question. For all you Dallas Cowgirl fans and Dallas Cowgirl Nation worldwide. Are y'all still them boys? Are you still them boys? Because the Detroit Lions did not think so whatsoever. Y'all got clowned at home on Jerry Jones' birthday. 47-9. These people were running. They were running hook and ladders to fullbacks and old linemen, doing flea flickers to tight ends for touchdowns. I'm talking. They got the ball boys coming in at running back. They got a fan from the stands, and hey, go ahead and try this 55-yard field goal because we beating the Cowgirls so bad that it doesn't matter at this point. On Jerry Jones' birthday, 82nd birthday, y'all got trashed. I think this was like one of the worst or the worst home loss in the history of the Dallas Cowgirls. The only bad thing about this whole game, the only bad thing is that I did not get to watch it live because Georgia decided to play the Falcons versus the Falcons beating down the Panthers instead of the ass whooping I wanted to see, which was the Detroit Lions pantsing the Cowgirls. That's the only bad thing, because what I'm telling you, I would have watching that game, if I were able to watch that game live, oh my God, that would have been 3 hours of pure joy and laughter. But yeah, KJ, how do you feel about this game? Y'all ain't them boys. Okay, I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah, dog. They absolutely thrashed them. I mean, Dallas, bro. Woo! Dallas looks like they're imploding. They look like they are imploding. Like, they had 5 turnovers. I think Dak had no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The Lions, I believe in total yards, they had twice as many total yards as the Cowboys had in Cowboy Stadium. That's Lions. That's Pride Rock right there, bro. That's no longer Cowboy Stadium. They got waxed, and it's not looking good, bro. Because again, you don't have a running back, you don't never have a number 2 receiver. You got a rookie left tackle. Michael Parsons is either hurt or disgruntled.
Sorry.
Defense, bro. You just got waxed at home by the Lions, and then you still have to go to the 49ers, to the Falcons, and then host the Eagles before hosting the Texans after going to the Commanders. Like, bro, that's it's not looking good for Dak. Like, and granted, some of these defensive secondaries are pretty, to be had. But these are not easy games for the Cowboys. And if you are 3-3, if it is 0-0 and you trying to save your season, this is not where you want to start.
And to make this all worse, like to make the game all worse, this man Dak had to be sat down. I think like in the fourth quarter or like near the end of the third quarter, somewhere around that. Sorry, once again, this is your $60 million quarterback. 60 million, highest paid quarterback in the league. Highest paid. Y'all paid this man over 60 million. Yeah. Huh?
And your $120 million receiver, and y'all only had 9 points.
Yo.
Did anybody score a touchdown, or was this all field goals?
No, it's all field goals. Ain't no touchdowns. Like, yo, y'all paid Dak. It was like 60 million or like 61 million. Either way, highest paid quarterback in the league got benched. Got mollywopped. Destroyed. Just like I said, the only bad thing about this game is that I did not get to watch it live. That's the only thing. I'm happy. I know you Cowgirls fans are not, but believe me, I'm ecstatic, especially after what happened in Baltimore. But at least we didn't lose that bad.
But hold on now. That ain't the only bad thing that happened in Dallas. The real bad thing that happened in Dallas is my boy, my defensive player of the year pick, dang near shattered his leg.
Oh yes. I meant to actually get to that. Yes, Aiden Hutchinson did get hurt, and it looks like he's out for the season.
Definitely.
He was having a defensive player of the year type seat. He honestly from that point, like in the season, he was basically the defensive player of the year. He wasn't having a defensive player of the year type season. He was the defensive player of the year if he kept on, if he played the season out. But out for the year, get well soon. That's sad to see. That's definitely sad to see. You don't want to see guys get hurt like that. You really don't. Sorry, had to yawn that right there. But yeah, you don't want to see guys get hurt like that. So, but get well soon, Aiden Hutchinson. But something else something I did not like, something else I didn't like happened. Once again, happened in Baltimore. So to the victor goes the spoils. So KJ, I'm gonna let you talk about this next game.
This molly-whopping.
Of course, Roy, it was not a molly-whopping, all right? We were in my living room, man, watching the same game.
And what I was seeing was Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers eating y'all alive. Like Ravens do. I believe Ravens are also scavenger hunters, so y'all was just looking like food, buddy.
To be perfectly honest, our defense is garbage. I would say a JV team could score on us, though we did face the Browns and we did shut them down, so that.
But then you turned around and faced the real NFC North team and let Derrick Henry run up on you 132 for 2 touchdowns. Like,
true. But
sickening. Like Lamar, it's cool. It's cool that Derrick Henry is having a great season. Zay Flowers out here breaking or tying records for catches in a quarter or whatever like that for the Ravens. That's cool. Lamar Jackson is now 22-1 versus the NFC. He is now the second all-time rusher quarterbacks behind. He just passed Cam. I think he's behind Vic. And he needs like 480 yards, which he could get this season.
I know.
Okay, like I said, y'all secondary is not much better than our secondary. Our secondary is last in the league, and we were bad. But on the opposite side of the ball, bro, Todd Monken was drawing up the most beautiful plays I have seen this season, bro. Like, you're doing a double sweep to the left while faking it and giving it to Derrick Henry through the middle in the red zone. You're crazy. On the other side, you're passing the ball and having a double rub for Zay Flowers to get space and cause havoc. I don't know what type of drugs this man is taking, what type of ashwagandha he got from Aaron Rodgers. But that man is using that brain for them offensive plays. Tom Monkey, you are doing your thing, buddy. And shout out to Mark Andrews for finally getting your sixth catch of the year. Dang, and your first touchdown. I don't know what's going on with Mark, but
like I said, you were facing my Commanders' defense. We have the worst defense in the league. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about who we want to put up. We have the worst defense in the league. The only reason why we looked good is because we faced against the Browns, which has the worst offense in the league. Probably one of the worst offenses I have ever seen. Like close, they remind me of the 0-17 Browns off. 0-16 Browns offense. You know, with Deshaun Kaiser. Actually, that offense may have been a little bit better. But anyway,
at least one of the Deshaun's can throw the ball. I can throw the ball downfield. Watson cannot.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. And that may have, I don't know, that 0-16 Browns offense may have been a little bit better. But kudos to your Ravens. Y'all were definitely the superior team. I went in knowing that your Ravens. I thought your Ravens were gonna beat us by a few scores. Honestly, the fact that we were able to hang tight and hang tough with y'all shows that you know we were a lot better than I thought we were.
Yeah, the offense is amazing, bro.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels is amazing.
And Scary Terry is wide receiver 1. You saw it with your own eyes. 2 touchdowns on your Ravens. But anyway.
And look, one of them touchdowns, bro, he had, you remember we saw like one of the catches just for regular yards. He was catching all over somebody. You know who it was? Marlon Humphrey. And then in the end zone, you know, he caught that ball with no space, and one of our defenders was all over him too. I was like, okay. This is what Terry looks like when he has a number 1 quarterback. This is what Terry looked like.
Yeah, exactly. Wide receiver 1, baby. Wide receiver 1.
Right. But I will say, it feels nice to get this victory because we're not gonna see y'all again for another 4 years. So for the next presidential term,
let's just be honest.
We are the king of the hill.
Let's just be perfectly honest. KJ, y'all have been the king of the hill. Well, in 2012 we did beat y'all. I remember that game, but
that was 10 years ago. That was 12 years ago, my boy.
But I'm gonna say y'all have been the king of Maryland since 1996. All right, since the inception of the Ravens. All right, especially after the year 2000 when y'all won the first Super Bowl.
4 years to win a Super Bowl, bro. That is crazy. You are a brand new franchise, and in 4 years you win a Super Bowl.
That's because when you have a franchise player in Ray Lewis, it makes and a very, very dominant defense, a historically dominant defense.
I don't care what nobody says. That's the best defense ever, bro. I don't care what everybody say. Bump the 85 Bears, bro. Any team with Ray Lewis and Air Reed is the best defense ever. And Halon, bro, come on.
I don't think Halon was on that 2000 Ravens defense, but I think that was more.
No, he wasn't on that 2000, but at one point, you know. I mean, over the course of like their time together, like that defense, bro, was our defense was the best ever.
Let's just be honest. Y'all have always had a great defense for the most part.
Great defense and running game, baby. Thank God we got a mobile quarterback.
But yeah,
never mind. I ain't gonna get political.
I have ever since ceded Maryland to the Ravens. Like it's been like what over 15 years. Like y'all have had Maryland for over 20 years now. It hasn't. Almost 25 years now. Really, probably 25 years now. So, and it's going to keep on going for the next president until we actually decide. My Commanders decide to actually be a consistent franchise, which remains to be seen. I understand. Hope is there, but once again, I'm still wait and see. But once again, even though we lost, I was very encouraged about what I saw.
Yeah.
Not from the defense, once again from the offense. From Jaden Daniels. I was very, very encouraged what I saw from him. Even when he was down, he still was, still slinging the rock, still playing well. So, shout out to Win. Shout out to him, definitely. The last game we're going to talk about from last week is the Monday night game. The Bills barely edging out the Jets. How did you feel about this game, KJ?
I kind of felt like the Bills were going to win this game. I picked them to win. Y'all know my philosophy. The team with the better quarterback gets the dub. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is, as he's playing, not currently, but like in his career, and because he's still playing, he is, to me, the best quarterback ever. I understand Tom Brady has all his accolades and his accomplishments, and Peyton Manning is up there too, but I have never seen a quarterback play like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the fourth quarter comeback king. Asterisk to Tony Romo, who is actually the fourth quarter comeback king, but Aaron Rodgers has the most Hail Marys in league history.
Had a Hail Mary in this game.
Exactly. Hail Mary king, bro. Like, they need a... Never mind. Let me not get religious on y'all. But yeah, I just felt like the Bills were going to win, even though they don't have really any receivers like that for real. They're relying on rookies and everything. But hey, like they edged one out. So shout out to them for getting a dub, a divisional dub, or a road divisional dub at that.
Once again, when his back is against the wall, my MVP. You know why you believe in Josh Allen, KJ. You believe in him.
Quarterback.
Yeah, right, huh?
Because he played a lesser quarterback. We see what happens when he.
Hey.
Y'all 4-2 right now. You know one of the teams.
I am not a Buffalo Bills fan. I am a Josh Allen supporter. I'm a Josh Allen fan, supporter. I'm not a Buffalo Bills fan.
Josh Allen support the Bills.
Huh?
Josh Allen support the Bills.
Anyway, my MVP.
Yeah.
My MVP, Josh Allen. Once again, when his back was against the wall. The Bills I think they had lost, what was it, 2 games in a row, if I'm correct. Everybody counting them out, including myself. I picked the Bills to lose this game, and how dare I apologize? I apologize, Josh Allen. I apologize, my MVP. But guess what? I put the whole world, including myself, put you up against the wall. But once again, you showed out. Well, technically, he just played, straight. He played well. He didn't play he didn't go balls to the wall, lights out. But definitely played well enough to win. Crazy. Aaron Rodgers, once again, is the Hail Mary king. Like you said, I don't know, how does this man, once every 4 years, just get that's why, no, I will never, ever let Aaron Rodgers have the ball with any time left at the end of any half.
That's just as scary as Patrick Mahomes with a man left. No.
So, but yeah, the Bills got a close divisional win and a tough win, but shouts out to my MVP. But something great happened for both teams out of this game. For both of these teams, what happened? Well, let's start with the losing team, the Jets. After this game, they were able to acquire somebody. KJ, who were they able to acquire?
A really important piece. They feel as though, and by they I mean Aaron Rodgers. Feels as though they would be a much better team if they just brought their good buddy Devontae Adams to the Jets for a 3rd round pick. What? I'm looking at Dallas like y'all could have had Devontae for a 3. To a lesser note, another player got traded to. Cam Akers got traded back to the Vikings, and I'm also looking at Dallas like y'all could have had another running back for also cheap. Oh man, but yeah, Devontae Adams going to the Jets, man. Ooh, I wanted him in I thought about wanting him in Baltimore, and then I realized what type of flow we have, and I was like, we don't need anything disrupting that at all. So I was cool with him. Going to the Jets. I think that it's a good piece to help, but at the same time, like they just lost to the Bills. Alan Lazard had 114 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson had 107 yards and a touchdown. So it's not a receiver that they need help at. I don't think Breece Hall had 113 yards on the ground. Now, Bills defense ain't amazing, but like I don't think offense is their issue. Do I think this would help them? Absolutely. Devontae Adams will help anybody. But I don't know. I'm interested. And I'm just waiting to see because I don't really know how this is gonna play out. They just fired their head coach. Like they got a lot going on.
Honestly, I think offense was their issue, as the defense that wasn't the issue. For this game, I don't know. This trade happens, and it's weird how both Alan Lazard and Garrett Wilson played well in the game right before they acquired Devontae Adams. Which, like, once again, conspiracy theorists in me think, like, wait, maybe they knew that was going to happen, so they try to ball out to prevent it from happening, you know. But yeah. My question is, what took so long? What really took so long? Because we knew the moment that Derek Carr was traded from the Raiders that Devontae Adams was going to go, because the only reason why Devontae Adams was there was to play with Derek Carr. That's because the Packers got rid of Aaron Rodgers, so Devontae Adams was like, okay, you're gonna get rid of Aaron. I want to go. Send me to a place. You don't want to send me along with send me to a place, with my old quarterback, with a quarterback I want to play with. And once again, he got to the Raiders, and then the Raiders trade away Carr, or they released him. Either way, whatever. But and now Devontae Adams is like, hey, I want to go back with Aaron. Like, I don't want to play with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Right. So I don't want them to be the ones throwing me the football.
You want to go back green? It's just a different shade.
So,
but I think they have Aaron Rodgers and Adams definitely obviously have continuity. So you got Aaron Rodgers throwing to Adams, who's probably going to be their number one. Garrett Wilson, who's probably going to slide to number two. And then Lazard, who he also has continuity with, going to number three. All right. The funny thing is I hear that they're shopping Mike Williams now. And guess who was a team who wants Mike Williams?
Your Ravens?
No. Thank God. It would be me that got a contract.
Are you talking about the Chargers?
Yes. They realize their receiver woes are so bad they are willing to take back Mike Williams, injured, unproductive Mike Williams.
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious. I was like, look at that.
So you get rid of Mike Williams just to get him. You know what? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's like never mind. Whatever. Like, why? Like, and my question is, for the Chargers, why get rid of him in the first place? Like, well, I understand why you got rid of him in the first place, but did y'all really think it through? Because it looks like now that y'all want him back, it looks like you really didn't think through your plan because you realize, oh, who the hell does Justin Herbert got the who can we throw the ball? Who can he throw the ball to? And then you're like, oh crap, he doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Oh crap, we just messed up our young quarterback. Oh crap, let's get Mike Williams back. No, but yeah, I would say with this trade though that the Jets made, you have no excuses now. There's no excuses. Though I believe the problem with the Jets offense is Aaron Rodgers actually, but the Jets aren't going to admit that, and nobody. Well, I think a lot of people know that the problem with the Jets offense is actually Aaron Rodgers, is that he's looking like 2022 Aaron Rodgers, like the Aaron Rodgers that was looking kind of washed. But we'll still see. He's got his number one guy back. But all I'm going to say is this. Y'all have no excuses now. You got rid of Robert Saleh, the coach. You got rid of the head coach. You traded for Devontae Adams. If you don't make it to a Super Bowl, failed season. And also, like I said this when y'all made this Aaron Rodgers trade, and I'm going to repeat it. Y'all had about a 2-year window. This is your. I believe this is the window. If y'all don't make it in through this window, I don't think y'all winning. Y'all don't think you're winning the championship. Winning another championship like with Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback next season. That's just. But that's just that's my opinion. But once again, we'll see how everything's going to work out. Just there's no excuses now. I don't hear no excuses for the Aaron Rodgers. No, I don't hear any excuses. You have Devontae Adams. You have now Garrett Wilson. You have a number one, and I think Garrett Wilson is going to flourish even better as a number two. Now you got Alan Lazard now being your slot receiver, and I think he'll be even better now in the slot. So now I think you have once again now you got Breece Hall in the backfield. Once again, no excuses. No excuses. But that's not the only wide receiver that got traded. Because once again, we talked about the Monday night game. We talked about the Jets and the Bills, and the team that won against the Jets, the Bills. They also traded for a wide receiver. And who was that, KJ?
They went out and bought. They went out and bought Josh Allen a new coupe. What do I mean by coupe? Amari Cooper, bruh. Now this is a trade. I thoroughly feel like this trade is going to help the Bills out more than the Devontae Adams trade to the Jets. Because
I'm about to say, why is that interesting?
Bro, because how do I want to put this? The Jets issues are deeper than just, I think, X and Y's. Or X's and O's, right? The Bills just need a receiver. They got the running game. Their defense is not completely terrible. You know what I'm saying? You can run on them, but they're not really that bad. They just need a receiver. And Amari Cooper is that receiver. He has been in Browns purgatory. Bruh. He was first in Raiders purgatory. Now he in the Browns purgatory. Dallas wasn't gonna do nothing with him. So he's finally with a good quarterback. He's finally with a team with really Super Bowl aspirations, honestly. And I really think he's gonna help Josh Allen out a lot more than Adams is gonna help out Rodgers.
That's an interesting take. Finally, my MVP got a wide receiver one, baby. Because he's been looking for. Huh?
He had one before. He had Stephon Diggs, and he ran him out of town.
No, he ran himself out of town for my MVP, Josh Allen. All right. So, I would say the Bills realized that they made a mistake of getting rid of Stephon Diggs. I know he probably a lot of people say once again he was a head case and all of that, but you get rid of him, and then you realize we our number one wide receiver is Khalil Shakir. That
right. Great value, Scary Terry.
Not even. Not even. Don't insult Scary Terry like that. Sorry. But yeah. Then you try to get who did they got in the off? What another wide receiver they picked up in the off season? He was from my Commanders. I just forgot his name. I can't believe it. Curtis. You try to get Curtis Samuel. Try to do something with that. You realize, this is why my Commanders were so gung-ho would let him go. Yeah, he's got all this speed.
I realized that Carolina did the same thing. It's the reason why we let him go. Like, come on.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and then, yeah. So the Bills really needed a wide receiver one. They really need a main guy to throw to. And Amari Cooper is a wide receiver one, even though people don't realize, like, in Oakland he was a wide receiver one, like he was their best wide receiver. Then he went
a wide receiver one, like he's always been wide receiver one.
And then I think he went to another team before the Browns, didn't he?
The Cowboys, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the Cowgirls, and then wasn't there a team after the Cowboys before the Browns? Or was it?
He only been on 3 teams.
Okay, I thought it was 4. Let me fact check really quick.
Well, while you do that, I'll tell you one thing. Do you want to know the reason why the AFC what are they in? AFC East? You want to know?
Talk about the Bills? Yeah.
You want to know why these 2 teams made this move?
Why?
It wasn't because. I mean, it kind of was because they needed help at these positions and everything like that. But the real reason is they scrambling. You know why they scrambling and they scared?
Why?
Because they saw what Derrick Henry.
Oh my God!
They are calling for backup. This is why this is an NFL arms deal. They need help, weapons. Please send them.
Y'all need to find a way to get past the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
They are not relevant. I'm not worried about them. They
were 5-0.
I'm glad they played us week 1 and not week now. They played us week now. We running through their mouth. We running through the front door. Out the back door. We got all the jewels in the hands. Yeah. So the NFL's scared. That's why all these moves are being made.
But yes, I'm glad that I do believe, like, this is definitely what my MVP Josh Allen needed. Now that he has a wide receiver one once again, and you were right, this is the 4th team he's been on with the Bills. I thought he was on more, but it's okay. Once again, he has been a wide receiver one everywhere he's gone, even though probably one of the more underrated wide receiver ones, I would say, in the league. And I know people think that Amari Cooper's washed. I'm like, look, Deshaun Watson can't throw the football anymore. All right, so how in the world is he going to actually? But anyway, but yeah, so I can't wait to see Amari Cooper kill it with my MVP. Just wait. All right, and you better be glad that your Ravens faced Josh Allen in week 3 or 4, not week now. Now he's got a number 1 wide receiver. Because I bet you it's going to be a different story.
It will be a different story. Instead of beating y'all 35-10, we're going to beat y'all 35-17.
It is not y'all. I am not a Bills fan. I'm a Josh Allen supporter. A Josh Allen supporter. God damn it. But yeah, I just can't wait to see these. I want to see now this. Because I think at this point we know the AFC East is between the Bills and the Jets at this point because the Patriots, but they're starting their rookie quarterback. Though Drake May, first start, he looked good. pretty good. I mean, he ain't look like, gangbusters or anything like that, but he damn sure looked a hell of a lot better than Jacoby Brissett, which mind you is not a hard bar to clear, but still, nonetheless, he looked pretty good. I'm just saying. He was my QB2. I'm just saying. But So that's all the thing we really want to talk about in this past week of the NFL. Also, I just want to mention, I know we didn't predict the Thursday night game this week. The Broncos did mollywop the Saints 33-10 to kick off Week 7. Feel bad for some of you Saints fans, but it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right, y'all be good. Y'all be good. But don't worry. I thought just a little bit about that game. I thought Spencer Rattler would play a little bit better. But the whole offensive line is like wrecked. I think their whole offensive line is out. Like everybody's injured on the offensive line. They're starting 5 new guys, and I think Chris Olave's hurt. I think they got a couple other receivers hurt. I think Rashid Shaheed's hurt. I think as well. Yeah. So, but still, like I wanted to see Spencer Rattler. Like I'm like, what does he got? Like I think he like coming out of the draft. This past draft, I thought he was like of the quarterbacks. I think he was like the real wild card, the guy that like he may like be really good or he might be really bad. So I was interested on what side of the scale he's going to be on, and so far it's been really bad. But I'm not going to hold that against Spencer Rattler because there was some throws I saw him making. I'm like, bro, like that was horrible. But but I'm still going to give him the benefit of the doubt because all his receivers were hurt, his offensive line was hurt, so he's not in the best situation to really show what he's got. So, but yeah, Week 7, man. So Week 7 in the NFL, and we gonna kick off Week 7 like we always do with our weekly pick 6. We got 6 games up on the docket, and MC Ron is striving for 6. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna get striving for 6. I'm not gonna get 6-0, bro. I'm done striving for it.
Man, this is like my what week in a row that I've been 5-1. Like 6-0 is so difficult, but we still striving for it.
Yeah. So the first game we're gonna predict is the game that shouldn't be on Sunday night. They really should have flexed this one out, but NBC is gonna NBC. But the Jets at the Steelers. Who you got, KJ?
Fun fact: Russell Wilson is starting this game. Don't know why they're sitting. I mean, I know why they want to see. They want to see what they have in Russell Wilson, but Justin Fields looks perfectly fine. If Justin Fields was playing this game, I would say Justin Fields and the Steelers would win this game. Since they're throwing in a brand new quarterback, let's go Jets. And we get to see what's it called? Devontae Adams. I almost called him Donovan McNabb. Whoa.
Oh.
Devontae Adams in his new uniform.
Whoa. Pump the brake. No, but yeah, give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. Yeah, whatever. Give me the Jets. The 24-20. I think it's gonna be a close one. I don't know why they're benching your cousin. I guess it is what it is.
He's still quarterback QB1. That's okay.
The next game we're gonna go ahead and predict is the Monday night game. Is your Ravens at the Bucks? KJ, who you got?
Flock, baby, flock. We finna come in the. We finna, boy. Let me tell you what we about to do. We about to run Derrick Henry straight up through the hull of their ship, sink their ship, walk in their trap, take over their trap, and take over all of their treasure and run out the back door like we've been doing the last 4 weeks. That's all I got to say.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. But they're not winning. Give me your Ravens 30-27. Yeah, almost had you there.
You know me, I love Baker Mayfield, and he might slice my secondary up to mince meat. But shake and bake gonna get shook up today. That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, give me the Ravens 30-27 in a nice close game. Once again, Lamar Jackson is 22-1 against the NFC. I don't see that changing. I think it'll be. Now, the next game we're gonna predict is the second Monday night game, or AKA the Monday night game nobody's gonna watch besides Chargers and Cardinals fans. The Chargers at the Cardinals. Who you got, KJ?
I'm feeling pretty charged up, man. I think Harrison's still in concussion protocol. The Cardinals are the Cardinals. That's why they 2-4. They got to be 2-5. Sorry, that bird finna get cooked.
Chargers. This is a game between two teams that are like, I don't know what to make of them.
I feel like both of them are almost there. Like the Chargers need receivers. I don't know what the Cardinals need. A better defense. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, once again, there are two teams that I don't know what to make of them. Really don't. I think this is going to be a more defensive game than people realize. And that's because I think the Chargers defense may be better than people think they're. I'm not saying that they're gangbusters, but
they are led by Jim Harbaugh himself.
Yes. So I think they are better than what people think they are. The Chargers defense and the Cardinals offense. Once again, they don't have their Marvin Harrison Jr. So now you're dealing with Kyler Murray and a bunch of moving parts. Besides, I think outside of I think James Conner, but
yeah, James Conner is good.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a defensive game. But even though, go Chargers, go! Give me the Chargers 20-14. The next game we're going to predict is, for a lot of people, this is the game of the week because it's a Super Bowl rematch. The Chiefs at the 49ers. Who you got, KJ?
I think that the Chiefs may suffer their first loss of the season. Question mark. I think Mason is playing this game for the 49ers. They still got Ayuk. Debo coming. Debo is back. Kittle, I'm not sure what he's doing. But I don't know. Give me the Niners. I have no idea.
Give me the Chiefs. I see a lot of injuries. A lot of people coming and going for the 49ers. I just don't know who is starting on a daily basis outside of what Brock Purdy and everybody else is just kind of in and out. All right. Because of that, I think because the Chiefs are the healthier team, minus Rashee Rice. But I think the Chiefs defense is going to be the reason why they win again. So give me the Chiefs 26-17. Now this game, honestly, no, this is probably the game of the week. Well, these next two games both of them have claim to it as well. These next two games we're going to predict, but the Lions at the Vikings. This is the battle for first place in the NFC North. And who would have thunk that? Who you got, KJ?
There's no way that the Minnesota Vikings, led by Sam Darnold, is going to be 6-0. Give me the Detroit Lions. Let's get it.
Every time on this podcast, we have predicted a lot more Vikings games this season than I expected this season. But every single time I've gone with the Vikings and I've been right. I ain't stopping that gravy train. I'm right with you, Sam Darnold and the Vikings, because you keep on saying that, KJ, that there's no way. Because a lot of people keep on saying there's no way the Vikings are this good. I think they are a lot better than what people are giving them credit for. And that's why I'm going with the Vikings to win 27-24 in a close game. And them having sole position the NFC North. The last game we're going to predict, because remember, we said the same thing about this. No way the Vikings can beat the Packers at home. They did it. But the last game we're going to predict is the Texans at the good old Green Bay of Packers. This is a nice game. This is going to be a nice game. Jordan Love versus, CJ Stroud. Stroud for Stroud. But go ahead, KJ.
Very difficult pick. I don't know. Is Nico Collins still hurt?
That's a good question.
On the injury list. Last time I checked, he was on IR though. That means 4 weeks. I don't know. Dang, I don't want to pick against CJ Stroud. Ooh, I don't want to do it, but give me the Packers. Give me the Packers. Sorry, CJ.
Yeah. Believe me, I wanted to strive for Stroud. Strive for Stroud.
Yeah, Nico Collins still on IR. I had to fact check myself.
Yes, I wanted to strive for Stroud as well, KJ. But I think it's going to be a really good game. Once again, we got these. Honestly, I think the Lions at the Vikings or the Texans and the Packers, those two are going to be. I think at the end of this week, we're going to be talking about one of those two games more than the Super Bowl rematch. Even though I know I just called the Super Bowl rematch the game of the week, but that's the game that the mainstream media is going, the sports media is going to talk about because it's a Super Bowl rematch. So of course, this once again, Texans, Packers. I really wanted to strive for Stroud, but I'm going to give the slight edge to the home team in this case. Give me 33-30 Packers. I think this is going to be a really good game, really close game. I think I don't think both defenses will really slow down both offenses, but I expect an exciting game. So, yeah, 33-30. Give me Packers. But that is all for our picks. Hopefully, KJ goes 6-0. He's striving for 6-0. I'm just striving to get the Sunday night football game right. I'm done. I'm done with the whole 6-0 thing. All right, so, but ladies and gentlemen, we are in the month of October. As I say in every podcast, that this is the month where all 4 major sports are, they're playing simultaneously, all at once, So they got the playoff. We still got the baseball playoffs. We're in the championship series for both the AL, the American League, and the National League, and we got hockey. I believe is still in preseason. Of course, the NFL season is all underway. We're in week 7, and the NBA, baby. We still in preseason, but guess what? On, I believe it is Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday is when the regular season starts. Let me fact check myself because I literally just looked at it an hour ago. Really, right before we started this podcast. That's what you call. Yeah, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday on the 22nd. The NBA season officially starts because I don't give a crap about preseason in any sport. I don't care. All right. And in that vein, we're gonna do a little bit of season preview. Now, usually when we do season previews, we do it all at one time. But since basketball is so special to us, we're doing it in 2 parts. So in this podcast will be part 1 where we'll talk about our contenders. We'll talk about the rises and the teams that we believe are going to rise and fall. And then next podcast we'll talk about guys we predict that are going to win. The players is going to be more player centered. When we talk about who's going to win MVP, who's going to be the rookie of the year, and who are these players that are poised to break out. All right, nice. You started right. It's gonna be nice. 2-parter. So, in that vein, again, let's go ahead and start with our NBA preview for this 2024-25 season. So, KJ, who are right now, after all the offseason moves in the NBA, who do you believe are the contenders? And and we're not separating this from East and West. No, just who are the contenders? The actual true contenders in the NBA.
All of the teams that I envision who are contending for the trophy, for the championship. Obviously, Boston won it last year, so they get first dibs. Let me start with the East first, even though it's not, you know what I'm saying, whoopie whoop. But like Boston, New York, those are the only teams that I can see coming out the East. Because New York just got Cat and everything like that. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. And then Philly. Philly's adding all this talent, but Paul George just got hurt again in preseason. So it's just like, okay, eventually Embiid gonna be hurt, so they're gonna be right back to square one. So I got Boston and New York at the East. In the West, just think about the West, bro. Like when you think of the West, who's the worst team in the West?
Probably.
San Antonio had the number 1 overall pick last year. They just got Wemby, and they just got Chris Paul. I mean, not last year.
The year before.
The year before, they got Wemby. He's coming back better than ever. They just got Chris Paul. Are they really bad? I don't know. New Orleans, they were in the bubble last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like my point is the West is deep. Like the Houston, the Clippers. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. So with them, it's really up for grabs. I think not only can most teams in the West be a contender, I feel as though, especially depending on how the season shakes out, but as far as the best chances for contention, maybe Dallas. Question
probably Portland. Sorry, to your question, I had to look. Probably Portland, maybe the Jazz.
Yeah. Outside of that, you have teams like the Clippers, New Orleans, San Antonio. Memphis just got job back, and Zach Edey been doing good. Like, who you want? You don't want to play nobody. You don't want to play Sacramento and De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. Who was I about to say? Yeah, Denver, Dallas, maybe Denver, question mark. They just got Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be a catalyst on that team. He probably will work really well with Jokic. Or they're going to clog up the paint. OKC. OKC, I feel like, has the most complete starting five in the West.
Definitely.
And then my last team, Minnesota. No, bump all of that. The Lakers. It's the Lakers. It's always gonna be the Lakers. Why it's gonna be the Lakers? Because really, the only thing the Lakers are missing is like a 3-and-D guy. Oh, guess what? They just drafted Dalton Connect, who just connected for the last preseason game. Just connected for their last 20 of 25 points. He had 35 points that game. He had like 8 threes, bro. Like, that's all they need. I'm putting the Lakers in there. They got LeBron. He happy with his son. They got AD. He just had a healthy season last season. Continuity, Rui, all of them. You know what I'm saying? They still got Austin Reeves. The Lakers got 2 white boys on their team. They finna hoop.
All right.
Getting Caruso, but I'll take Dalton Connect.
All right. So, in my opinion, there are only 5 actual 100% contenders. All right. The rest of the teams I was thinking about, in actuality, in my opinion, they're just borderline contenders. They're not full-blown 100% contenders. So, you've got OKC, the Mavs, since they once again they are the reigning Western Conference champions. Of course, the NBA champions, the reigning NBA champions, the Celtics, the Knicks, and I threw the Suns in there.
What?
Yes, because when you still have KD, all right, when you have KD, when you have Bradley Beal, when you have Devin Booker, I understand. I understand. Listen, huh?
I'll just go ahead, bro.
I understand. They underperformed, I guess.
Severely.
Yeah, they underperformed last season.
Minnesota is that.
They should have at the very worst made it to the Western Conference Finals. At the very worst. Really, I would say at the very worst they should have made it to the NBA Finals, but we're not going.
Out of your mind. You're out of your mind. I cannot let you do this to our listeners no more. The Finals because they got Kevin Durant is ridiculous.
No, it's not just because Kevin Durant, man.
If the Lakers cannot go to the finals with LeBron and that team that they got, there is no way they're going to the finals.
That's because of LeBron's playing style. LeBron and KD got two different types of playing styles. All right. LeBron needs other shooters around him to basically to help elevate, because he's not in the position where he can carry a team. All right. KD has never really been a guy to carry a team. He's never really for like probably during 2014 against OKC when he was with OKC when Russell Westbrook went down, but like consistently year in and year out, KD's never been asked to really carry a team. He's always been the greatest weapon on a team. All right, but however, when you have Kevin Durant, I'm not just saying because of Kevin Durant. I'm talking about the combination of the three. Those Kevin Durant, of Devin Booker, of Bradley Beal. Those three together should at least get you to a finals.
They played like 10 games together last season.
Exactly, and now they've got a full off season. And see, now they got a full off season together. Now once again creating that continuity. Full off season together
is going to strain his hamstring on the bike. That's how injury prone he is. He's going to get up and stretch in the morning and throw his shoulder out.
Listen, I'm sick of there will be no Bradley Beal. There will be no Bradley Beal slander. You will not slander a former Washington Wizard, one of the greatest players we've had in our franchise.
Like that from Jimmy Neutron. What's the Carl? Yeah, he about as healthy as Carl right now.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Yes, I'm going to put the Suns in there because I can. Now the Timberwolves were a team I was like,
Oh,
I want to put them in.
They got Michael Jordan's son on the team, bro. Way better than Kevin Durant, as we saw. That is also Kevin Durant's daddy.
I'm just gonna
ate the whole team up, bro. There's no way that Phoenix is going to beat Minnesota, especially Minnesota got Rob Dillingham. What? No, I don't care.
We will see. We will see.
We will. I would love to see KD in a playoff game one more time. I would love to see.
I can't, but I definitely can't put the Lakers in the contender. I will not. I have to see it. I know when
most teams in the West. And the West is deep.
But can they get past the Nuggets?
If they don't have to play the Nuggets, they getting past everybody.
We will see.
Are their only kryptonite. Everybody got a kryptonite. The Nuggets definitely, especially if they got to play Westbrook. Oh yeah, definitely kryptonite. But if they don't have to play the Nuggets, bro, it's up for the Lakers.
I'm still giving. I believe that the talent of that big three in Phoenix, should be a contender. I believe in that. I believe in the talent of those
They
three.
definitely should. They definitely should be able to get to a finals. You're absolutely right.
But we will. But if it helps you feel better, I'll take the Suns out too, and I'll just leave it with 4.
Stand 10 toes.
No. It makes me feel because I'm still gonna keep. I got it was good. I got I got OKC, Mavs, Celtics, Knicks, Suns. That's it. Where Timberwolves are borderline.
So that's that. So as I'm analyzing this, between amongst me and you, that's very consistent. Our first 4 teams are solid. They're the same. They're literally the exact same. The only difference in our chart is you have Kevin Durant and I have LeBron James.
Exactly.
That's how it always is.
All right. So now, KJ, who do you think are going to be the fallers this season?
Oh man. I was gonna put Golden State in there, but I don't think they're gonna fall anymore. They've already fell. Oh man, I'm telling you, Philly, balling. Oh, Milwaukee, balling. Most of the fallers are in the East. Milwaukee, Miami gonna fall. New Orleans. Those are 4. I want to say Denver, but Denver is so Denver that they can very much. They're a team that could be in my fallers. They're a team that could also be that was just in my contenders. So I think Denver might take a little fall though, but they're still going to be a contender. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I take one of them teams out?
Yeah.
I am going to take out Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Just because injuries and everything like that. I'm going to put in the Clippers. The Clippers are going to be my number 1 faller. They not even going to make the play-in next year.
Man, KJ, you have a way of stealing my thunder because I was getting ready to start the list of my followers, and I'm like, yes, I got the Clippers. But yeah. So yes, I also have the Clippers.
I just overlooked them as a team. I had to focus. Clippers. Yeah.
However, the Clippers have a strange way because I would say this though, even though I'm picking them to be one of my followers, because of the fact that they lost Paul George and Kawhi, I believe is out for the season again.
Indefinitely.
Yes. So that just takes your. Then you also lose Russell Westbrook, a guy who's coming off the bench. Now you just got James Harden and wherever the hell else.
James Harden and Norman Powell.
Yeah, this might turn into the Houston Rockets circa 2016-17, where it's just James Harden and he's just doing his thing.
Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Yeah,
they have Nicholas Batum. Everything is okay.
Back to what I'm saying. Back to what I said. This is going to be Houston Rockets circa 2016, 17, 18. Except James Harden is a lot less athletic now with an older, less athletic James Harden. So we might, this. I don't know how this. I definitely do have now. I also would say a little caveat there, because remember I believe it was 2018, or was it 2017? Or it was 2017, 2018. I keep on forgetting whichever year. It was the year when Doc Rivers was still head coach of the Clippers. They had just lost Blake, CP3, DeAndre Jordan. The whole Lob City era was officially over. And a lot of people thought that they weren't going to even make the playoffs. And they won 48 games and became the 8th seed. And honestly took the Warriors, took 2 games off the Warriors. I say that to say this. They still got a solid head coach in Ty Lue. I'm gonna say solid, or let me okay head coach Ty Lue. I don't know. He's somewhere between okay and solid and all right. One of those three. All right, but I would just say yes, faller, but I would not be surprised if they have a better record than I anticipate. So I would say that. All right, but yeah, definitely the Warriors. I have the Nuggets as my faller.
Yeah.
The reason why I have the Nuggets as my faller because it really feels like a lot of their ancillary pieces, not the main piece in Jokic, and the second main piece in Jamal Murray, they're still there, but those ancillary pieces are going away. Like we saw the season before with Bruce Brown leaving, and then after they won the championship, Bruce Brown left, and now Caldwell Pope, was gone, and who else? Like
those are really the main two.
Yeah.
When Bruce Brown left, they took a step back. When Caldwell Pope leaves, they're going to take another step back.
Like, if people don't believe, like, oh no, they still have Jokic and all that, but like, people, y'all don't understand. This is once again, when it comes to team sports, you have to have those ancillary pieces, like especially in a championship team. Like, yes, they may not be the piece, but they are important pieces to the championship puzzle. All right, because
LeBron won a championship.
Exactly. Like for example, think about the Bulls in the 90s. We talk about Jordan and Pippen, but what about guys like Steve Kerr? What about, guys like John Paxton? What about guys like Horace Grant? What if, these ancillary pieces, a Dennis Rodman? What about, though a lot of people thought Dennis Rodman would be a star, but let's go. What about a Ron Harper with it once again with also part of those championship Bulls teams, those ancillary pieces that are also important to the full championship puzzle. All right, and people don't understand how important those pieces are. But us being basketball fans know how important these little pieces are. All right, every little piece counts to a championship team, and once you take those little pieces off, it's like death by to use the phrase from you, KJ, death by 1,000 paper cuts, or what is it? Did I say it right?
Paper cuts. Yep.
Yeah. So you take this little piece here, little piece here, and then guess what? Now you're like, hey, why is this team not as good as they? Whether that's because those little pieces that y'all thought, oh, they didn't matter, they actually did. So that's why I have the Nuggets taking it. I do have the Warriors as a faller, and that's because I see this team may go from like being a playing team to like probably being bottom in the West. Lottery. Like I'm talking about top 5 in the lottery type bad. My hope for this season is let's just make the Steph Curry and LeBron thing happen.
Please. LeBron win this year, and next year we got Curry and Bron. We running it up. Everybody happy.
No, I'm talking about let it happen this season.
Oh,
let's let this Curry and LeBron thing happen this season.
I'll trade Dalton Connect for Steph Curry. Steph Curry light skin, it ain't gonna look too different.
I mean, at this point, like Warriors, you're going to bring down because I think Steph Curry still has about
2-3.
Yeah, that's like 2-3 years of elite play in him. And I know he's going to want to win another championship within this 2-3 year window. You don't have the team around him to do that. You do not. So, yeah. I think my last follower, and I agree with you, is the Bucks. The Bucks, honestly, never should have. They're learning they should have never got rid of Coach Bud. I mean, a guy that literally won you a championship. 3 seasons ago, and this is the problem with like sports nowadays. Like, everybody's like, hey, recency bias in sports is so heavy that coaches that literally won championships just a few seasons get fired. Like, this guy just won you a champions. Like, he created y'all defensive identity for the Bucks, which is the reason why y'all won a chip. And you got rid of him, and now you went from being one of the best defenses in the league over the past. When did Giannis really started like evolving? Like, yeah. So over the past 5 years before this season, past 4 or 5 years before this season, y'all have been, ever since Giannis blossomed into this, this MVP, best player in the league type player. I'm not saying he is the best player in the league, but that archetype of player. Ever since he's blossomed into that, y'all have been a top defensive team. Coach Bud created that defensive identity for y'all to be a top 5 defensive team, which is why, Giannis was always in those, along with being in those MVP conversations, also in the Defensive Player of the Year conversations. That, and also him just being just the Greek freak, being him. But you get rid of him, you bring in, I think Adrian Griffin was the coach. Then you realize, that didn't work because our defense, even though, adding the fact you also got rid of Drew Holiday, that showed that you end up improving the once they Boston Celtics say thank you. You get rid of Drew Holiday. Once again, get rid of Coach Bud, get rid of your whole defensive identity, and once again, you think Adrian Griffin's going to be the answer and all that stuff, and he wasn't. And then you get Doc Rivers, and yeah, I see nothing like. Whenever has a Doc Rivers-led team really? When was the last time? The last time a Doc Rivers team made it past, really won a championship, is the 2008 Celtics. But he has had a history of his teams underperforming all the time. Like, Doc Rivers, but though he also has a history of taking a really bad team and overperforming with them, but he also has a history of having a really, really good team and underperforming with them. So it's the catch-22. But yeah, I think the Bucks, y'all messed up when y'all fired Coach Bud. I don't believe he deserved to be fired. Maybe like if it's been like 10 seasons since y'all won a championship, then I'm like, okay, yeah, it's maybe time for a new voice to be heard. But I believe winning a championship gives you, unless it's really, really bad, but I think it should provide a coach at least a 5-year grace period. but yeah, I don't see. My thing is with the Bucks. Of course, they're going to be a playoff team, but are they going to have enough defense to actually be a real contender? And the answer is no. That's why they're not contenders. But sorry, KJ, I talked a lot about my followers, but let's get a little bit positive. Who are going to be our risers?
I got 2 on each side for you.
Yeah.
From the West, as a riser, I wanted to put OKC up there, but they were already pretty high, so
they were the number 1 seed in the West.
Yeah, you can't really be a riser.
Yeah.
Sorry, even though you got better. But a riser, San Antonio, number 1 for sure. And number 2, I don't know. I'm gonna say Memphis. I'm gonna say Memphis is gonna be a riser. I was thinking maybe Minnesota or the Lakers, but definitely Memphis and San Antonio. And as far as the East, technically, I'm gonna say New York is gonna be a riser. I think they're gonna be probably 1 or 2 seed if everything works as it should. Definitely no lower than 3. I think they were 3 last year, but yeah, definitely 1 or 2.
They were number 2 last year.
Well, yeah, it's okay. Number 1, I got him as number 1. Let's get it. And my Detroit Pistons, man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. So, of course, Cade been hurt. Of course, there was no spacing. Jaden Ivey is a scoring savant, but there is no spacing. So if there is no water in the well, you can't drink, right?
That guy, Jaden Ivey. I think I told you about him before. Like we watched, like the first time last season, actually watching a Pistons game, and I really came away impressed with Jaden Ivey on how fearless he was, like how he was just getting to the rim, like when there was space, like he was just effortlessly getting to the rim where like nobody really could stop him. But yeah,
like he is the definition of a slasher. The definition. Well, I ain't gonna say a scorer because he's still working on his shot, which is not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he is the definition of a slasher. That man hoop / dunk.
Y'all should not get rid of Jaden Ivey. I swear to God. But
nah, man.
Let him.
That man right there. If he does not start, 6th man of the year potential. I'm telling you. And then my favorite player on the team. Well, my favorite of the 3, Jalen Duren, baby Dwight. But yeah, like I said, we have Bright. We have our core 3 and those people. Those are our star players. But again, no spacing. And K can very much well be a triple-double machine if he wants to. Definitely a double-double machine. He'll push out them triple-doubles when he wants to. But yeah, so they're young, you know what I'm saying? I think we're one of the youngest teams in the league and everything like that. We have 3 cornerstone players. But then you bring in veteran leadership. Veteran 3 leadership. Oh, Malik Beasley. Who else came over here? Malik Beasley came over here. My boy Tim Hardaway Jr. came over here, and there is one more player that I'm forgetting. Who also?
Didn't y'all get Tobias Harris back?
Tobias Harris. I don't even love Tobias Harris, but he can shoot a 3. He can provide veteran leadership. I don't need him to score 20 points. I don't. I just need those 3 players to space the floor. Malik Beasley is definitely going to do that. So I'm really encouraged to see what we can do this year. We have our scores, we have our continuity, we have our I was gonna say our defense, but we're working on that. Really more so offensively, I'm really excited to see what we can do with our offensive talent and our floor spacing now.
All right, so my risers, I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I got 6 risers, and now this doesn't mean that all 6 of these risers will make the playoffs. This isn't an automatic. All right, but I believe when I think of risers, I think of like teams. See, when I think of risers, I think teams that are on the right that were bad, but now see teams like the Knicks. Even though I believe there are risers, but I'm not going to put them in my list of risers because they were already, right. So they were already good. When I think of risers, I think of teams that are either like they were playing teams or they were lottery teams, and then now they're because of pieces they're on the rise. All right, so I've got a lot of them. The only team I have in the East that are being an actual risers are the Raptors. The reason why I say that,
tell me.
The Raptors, all right. Emmanuel Quickly. I think R.J. Barrett. Who else? Scotty Barnes. Yeah. They also got Bruce Brown. All right. So those are just 4 players on there. They've got a few other players. They got I think guys like Kelly Olynyk, and there's a few other players I'm forgetting for their team, but I believe they got a solid nucleus. I think they're going to be improved. What I mean by that is that I think they're going to be a lot tougher. They're not going to be like an automatic walkthrough victory. All right, they're going to be a lot tougher. They're going to have I think they're going to be like how the Rockets were last season. I believe that's going to be the Toronto Raptors, a team that's going to be really close to being a playoff team. Really, really, really close to being a playoff team. Just once again, just a step out, but we know that they're going to be good, in the years to come. All right. So the rest of my risers are in the West. The Spurs, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies getting Ja back. I believe that's going to we're going to really see the impact that Ja Morant has on that team. The Spurs with Chris Paul. Chris Paul, everywhere he's gone, he's always improved. He's always improved every single team he's been on. So I don't see anything different. The Kings, y'all know I am a huge fan of De'Aaron Fox. Yeah. Big De'Aaron Fox fan. So I'm always going to believe in that team, especially with Malik Monk, with Sabonis, all those guys over there. I believe last season was more of a, because I thought they were going to improve last season. I think last season was more of a, I think because they had those expectations, they kind of faltered a little bit under the weight of those expectations. I think we're going to see a better Kings team this coming season. The Pelicans, as long as Zion stays healthy, we saw when Zion is healthy that team is a really, really good basketball team. He's like that glue that puts it all together. And also they also added DeJounte Murray. And then Kings, Raptors, and the last one is the Rockets. Remember, this Rockets team shocked everybody with Ime Udoka and Fred VanVleet. They had Alperen Sengun, Jalen Green. They shocked a lot of people. And I think they're going to build on that. Just like how I said, remember, I talked about they're going to be the Orlando Magic, how the Orlando Magic was in the East last season. I think the Rockets are going to be like that for the West this season. So I got them as being my riser. But yeah, all I'm waiting for this. One more question, KJ. What other than your favorite teams, what is one team you are excited to watch this season?
I'm not really sure. I really don't like Denver. I don't like Phoenix. I don't like the Warriors. I don't like Philly. I'm really excited to watch the Knicks. I am very much excited to watch the Knicks. Yes, sir. And Minnesota. Knicks, Minnesota, San Antonio. Those are the three teams that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Let's see. Outside of my own team, the Pelicans. Because I really want, and specifically because of Zion Williamson, I really want to see Zion take that leap until it just be like, right now, he's in that, right now, I believe Zion Williamson is like how Blake Griffin was in like 2011, 2012. Like, a guy with a whole lot of athleticism. We see the talent, we see the potential, but hasn't yet reached it yet. I want to see him actually reach that. Hey, I have the potential to be, a top 5 or even the best player in the league. He does have that sort of potential, but I'm interested to see, is this the season where he actually starts tapping into that and actually starting ascending to that, top 10, top 5 type player? Because right now, you'd probably rank Zion in the top 30, maybe. Top 35, maybe. But he's a guy with his talent should be ranked, especially this is like his fourth, fifth year in the league, maybe even more than that, maybe sixth year. But yeah, he's a guy where you've been in the league for about 5 years now, Zion. We shouldn't be saying with a guy of your talent, we shouldn't be saying maybe you're a top 30, 35 player. We should be saying, yeah, bro, you're definitely a top 5 player in this league. But yeah, I definitely want to see the Pelicans. Definitely, But we're gonna wrap this podcast up like we always do with our last second shout out. So KJ, who in the sports world do you have to shout out?
Oh man, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Tom Brady for having the greatest sports life to ever have had. Not only did he win 7 titles, considered the GOAT in his sport, considered one of the GOAT sports players of all time.
Yep.
Made like $300 million in his NFL career. Then turns around and signs a deal with Fox and signs a 10-year, $333 million contract, making more money than he did in the NFL. Then he gonna pivot and turn around and become a minority owner of the Raiders. Bruh. He's the GOAT. He talks about being the GOAT. He owns a team. He married a supermodel. He's handsome.
He married one, divorced one too.
Yeah. What else is there to do as Tom Brady? Be president. Touch the moon. Like, come on, man. Shout out to Tom Brady, bro, for being a minority stake owner of the Raiders.
Well, my shout out goes to a different quarterback. It is my QB1 for my Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels, baby, for once again, even in a losing effort, winning Rookie of the Week. 5 out of the 6 weeks he has won Offensive Rookie of the Week. Give this man his Rookie of the Year already. I'm just joking. Let's temper expectations. All right, we're still taking it week by week, game by game. All right, because a lot of people are saying Jaden Daniels automatic Rookie of the Year. Have you seen Caleb Williams these last 3 weeks? I have.
Glad I got him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, I have. And he's coming. All right, and he's catching up real fast with Jaden Daniels. Also, Bo Nix just won, I think, his 4th game. This was his 4th game he won. His 4th start he's won.
Yep. Hey, shout out to the rookie quarterbacks, because he's won 4 games. Jaden Daniels is doing great. Caleb Williams is doing good.
And Drake Mays just got his first start. He looked pretty all right too. Like I said, it is not.
Like, they got to play a London against the Jaguars, so he probably can win that game.
Exactly. So it's not, once again, but still, shout out to my QB1 for the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels. So far, he's making me look like a complete idiot for saying that he's going to be a bust when we drafted him. Right on this podcast, he's making me look like a complete idiot and making my co-host look like he was the actual Commanders fan and I'm not. But anyway.
Hey, I do hate y'all the least in the division. So, I don't even hate the Commanders, honestly, at all. So, shoot.
But yeah, that's all the time we have, folks. You have now tuned in to the world's greatest MC Ron and his co-host. And we are keeping it 10 toes down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be on the podcast and talk your sports stuff with the Zen Master and myself, the best in the business, all you have to do is one of 2 things. Either send an email to keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. That is keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. Or send us a direct message on Instagram. That is at Keeping It 10 Toes. That is at Keeping It 10 Toes. Basketball is about to start on Tuesday. I'm definitely get ready to watch. I'm not going to be able to watch those games. It's okay. Work life, adult life. But it's okay. Definitely can't wait for the NBA season to start. It is definitely, for my Wizards, we're just building. Rebuild. This is going to be a 2-3 year rebuild. So I have no, just like with my Commanders, at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the football season, I had no expectations. We're rebuilding. So for my Wizards, we're rebuilding. That's all we're doing. Hopefully, Alex Sarr looks good in the regular season, because I'm not paying attention. Once again, I didn't pay attention to Summer League. I don't pay attention to preseason. All right, I know those games don't count, and then you have players that looked good in the Summer League and in the preseason looked absolute garbage when the actual game started counting. So yeah, I need to I watch when the actual game started to count. But you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. And enjoy the rest of the MLB playoffs. And enjoy the football season. And enjoy basketball season. Get ready to start. NBA, baby. It's going to be the Celtics versus the Knicks first game of the season. Let's go.
The sun is under my feet and I come in peace to compete. I don't run if you athlete. My statistics go up in weeks and I go visit the nearest creek and I get busy. Yo, mini MC, really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the street. Better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How the all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching, getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. Y'all fucks never gonna hassle me and y'all luck just spend